making $1,000 online is simpler than you think.
Hey, winner.
You don't need to be running around selling products. If you want to, great, enjoy it. There's lots of money to be made. But you ask, how long can it take me if I follow the steps and the formula and what you've set out?
How educated do I have to be to pull this off?
Zero. Come as you are. But it's about showing people that, in this modern age, becoming successful, there are different ways to do it. It's no longer the textbook way.
Welcome to another edition of Mindset Profits. I am super excited to be hanging out with a money maker. She made her first million at 24.
That's correct, 24.
And I was saying it with a friend of mine, and you had to emphasize again, Lebo, the first one.
Yes, the
You
first
needed
one.
to make sure it's pretty clear that it didn't stop there.
No, it didn't stop there. And yeah, it's not. Now we're chasing the first billion.
Hey!
So let's move.
I'm excited to have this. This is going to be a masterclass on network marketing,
Correct.
a masterclass on a bit of crypto.
Yes.
But more importantly, we want to spread hope.
Definitely. I think, like the name of the podcast says Mindset Profits. Profits start in the mind. And I think people don't realize that. So today I get to add my little bit onto that. And I'm honored to be here. Thank you so much for having me. And I'm excited. Let's chat.
Loving it already, Lebo. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you, Mr. Maseko. How are you doing?
Super. You started a podcast. I saw your numbers and I was half impressed. Half jealous, Nyana. How does someone start so strong?
Well,
Because it took me like a year to get your numbers when you're starting. I saw like you've done 7, 8 episodes.
yes, we're on 8 episodes now.
And it took me a year to get those numbers.
Yeah.
Not I even know other
What
children.
are we doing? Okay.
What's happening there?
All right.
Oh, just do a brief intro of who you are and
Okay.
why the podcast. And why is it doing so?
So well,
Yeah.
I'm going to share the secrets today. So don't worry, guys. If you want to get into it today, I'm going to give you some secrets. Don't worry.
Let's
There won't
go.
be secret anymore. All right. My name is Lebo Moratele. I'm an entrepreneur, serial entrepreneur who happens to be in network marketing. So network marketing is not all I do, but it's an industry that I love, one that I got started in before I could even get into business because my mother is a network marketer. She was very successful in network marketing. She actually has an episode on the podcast. But I saw the success that this industry could give one. And she'd been in franchising. She had other businesses, which were successful also, but the degrees of success were very different. So I
Okay.
fell in love with the industry then. And I then, went to school, I studied communications and psychology. And I studied because I loved it.
Communications and psychology.
Yes.
So like,
I think they're actually very close. I didn't study that's not like medical psychiatry, where you're now going into, why this one has this disorder and all of that. It's not as hectic, but I think psychology includes a lot of communication because you need to be able to communicate with people, as a counselor or, as their doctor, if you go that route. They're psychologists. So communication is very important. But I studied communications and psychology. After studying, I had no intentions of getting a job. I knew that the job route was not for me. I had lots of offers, people, Lebo, come, your energy, come work with us. I was like, no, thank you. I love the freedom that entrepreneurship gives, and that's what I'm after. And so I started in network marketing. I then, my mom was like, great, you learned from me, but now if you really want to do this, you got to go out and prove that you can do it on your own. And so I did. While people were busy putting together CVs, I remember the first business that I did.
Yeah.
I was, and then network marketing wasn't cute. Ne? It wasn't what it is today with social media, where people are showing, the glam side of it, the younger market. Then it was really a much older market, and it was there was no social media. It wasn't being used
so
in
it's
that
a lot
way.
of personal selling to recruit.
Yes, a lot of personal, one-on-ones, relationships. So then we were still relying on friends and family, people you go to church with, people that your mom knows. That was how we were doing it back then. But I did it. And I was probably the youngest person on my team, grew a team. I remember my first income from that business that I did was over 4,000 Rand. And I was like, okay, now.
How old were you?
I was how old? I was 22.
Okay.
I was like 21, 22, and I made 4,000 Rand for my first income. I was like, okay, the numbers are numbering. This,
This makes sense.
it's starting to make sense. And so I got involved. Then it was a product-based business. So they were into cosmetics, custom jewelry, all that kind of stuff. And yeah, and I built a team. And in building my team, I was actually even building it different to everyone else, because many times in network marketing, people think it's about selling. Sell, 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 sell. Sales is one half of the coin. The other half is that the money actually comes from building a team. Because my perspective on network marketing is that it should be about personal consumption. I consume a product, I subscribe to a service, and I help other people do the same. And as they do, I can make money from it. I don't necessarily have to be selling huge quantities, because then I stay in the active income zone. As long as I have to be selling, if I don't sell next month, I don't make money. But
So you wanted to be in the passive income where you
Exactly.
get a team, when they sell, you make money even
When they buy.
on days
yes.
when they buy, not when they're selling.
No, I taught my team selling is great. You can sell, but it's better if you buy for yourself. And you don't have to buy for thousands of rands. If you're buying for 500 rand, 1,000 rand, your own personal consumption, whatever the company is selling, if you are using it yourself, teach other people to do the same. So if you have 100 people, 200, 500 people who are all buying for their personal consumption, those who want to sell, let that be optional. They can do that to make even more money.
That's an interesting take, because my question to you when I was starting this
Yes.
whole train of thought was, at 22, how old was the team that you were building, and how are you getting past the fear of selling? Because a lot of people would come into teams as a network marketing and the main fear is, I can't sell and I won't do well in this.
Yes.
But you're saying they didn't have to.
Yes. And that's the thing. Firstly, even when it comes, let's start with selling. Selling is a way to make money. People need to embrace selling. Everything we do is sales. When you go for an interview and you want a job, you're selling yourself. Maybe you're not selling a physical product and you're going to get money from it, but that is a process of selling. So people need to embrace sales. When, when a gentleman sees a nice lady, he needs to sell himself and say, you know what, I'm worth the time. Look this way. It's all sales.
There's a future here.
There's a future here. So sales is a part of our everyday life. And, even as a parent, you have to sell the idea to your children that these vegetables are good for you. You need to eat them. And you understand that this one, if I come with this approach, they're going to accept it. But if I come that way, they're not going to accept it. That's all selling. And selling can help you make profits. So let's not shy away from selling. Let's not be afraid of selling. But as a network marketer, my focus was never on sales. I personally am not a fan of selling a product. Going out and having to sell and collecting money and then I must deliver. Oh, that's too much admin for me. But I love selling ideas. I love selling hope. And not selling it as in you buy it, then there's nothing there. I sell you the idea that you can do more with your life. Then once you've bought into that idea personally, then you can actually do something about it. And then I give you the tools and say, here's a path that you can take that can help you. That idea, that hope that I can do more, I can be more. Now this is how we're going to help you get there. So selling, I love sales. I believe in sales, but I in network marketing, I am not a big fan of going out and pantry loading, selling products, 100,000 Rand personal sales. No. I can't maintain that. I maybe can do it this month, next month, but even if I've got a product that's consumable, my clients might not buy from me every month. We bought last month, Lebo, you sold us, you oversold us, and now we must come again and buy this.
We have stock for 3 months.
Exactly. So now for the next 3 months, how am I going to make money? So when you are consuming, you don't have to buy crazy amounts of stock. If you're using, let's say, cosmetics, consumables, things that you're using in your home. If you are using every month, now it's month end, people at the shops, you don't want to be at the shops today because it's chock-a-blocked. Everyone is there. What are they doing? They're replenishing their stocks for the new month. So you want the same in your business, a business that allows people to keep on coming back. That's why Netflix is what they are today and Blockbuster's gone, because Netflix understood the subscription model and they implemented it. And now they know that every month we have a guaranteed baseline income. We know this, at least out of these subscribers, a certain percent is going to be subscribing every month. So we have money coming in every month. It's not a seasonal thing. We don't have ups and downs. It's not volatile because of those subscriptions. So in network marketing, you want to build that kind of subscription model. It could be with products. It could be with digital products, like the company I'm with now. We have a digital product that people subscribe to every month, a low-cost digital product, and I use it in my everyday life. It's not a product that I'm just buying because of the network marketing. It's a product that I actually use, and I show people.
What does it do? Can you give examples for someone who will hear the word digital product and get a blank?
Okay, so digital products obviously are products that we can't touch or feel, but they're electronic products. So the product that I'm involved in now, or that I'm using, is a digital business card. No one carries physical business cards anymore. A physical business card, I can't put there that I'm Lebo who has a podcast. Here's my latest episode. Here's what else I do. But with my digital business card, and I was reminded yesterday, I didn't update and put our latest episode. So I just went online. I added the link to our latest episode, click publish on my card, and immediately when somebody opens my digital business card, they'll see all my episodes there, all my information is there. If they want to WhatsApp me, they don't have to write down my number or say, what's her number? They go to my card, they click on WhatsApp, on their phone it goes to WhatsApp. So it's a tool that actually works for me. It makes me money.
Now you're blowing me away.
Yes.
How does it work? How do I get it?
Okay, so here's an example. You see, like, you're on social media. You've got your YouTube. You've got all these other channels.
Yeah.
Now, instead of having all these different links everywhere, you have one place that people can go without you having to build a website. You're Coach Masego, so obviously, you are further in the game. So you have your websites, your landing pages. But for somebody who's just starting,
the link trees and all of those.
Yes, the link trees. Now, link tree is very limited in my opinion. I did use it before, but it's very limited. All it is a tree of links. What's happening here? Where do I go? What do I do? But a digital business card that has more features, that allows you to design it according to your needs. We could use the same tool, but our cards could look completely different because of our needs. You want to showcase maybe the coaching versus the podcast. I want to focus on my podcast. I could actually build 10 cards, one for every business that I have, or one for every service that I offer. People can book appointments. People can, on my card, if somebody wants to be a guest on my podcast, there's on the card, you can click there, be a guest, and apply and put all your details. And my team, that goes straight to my team. I don't have to manage that. That's the power of technology. And I'm paying, $15 for that a month.
Jeez, you are smart.
When
we're like 5 minutes in.
Yeah, that was just the intro. I didn't even finish the intro. But yes, that's a little bit about me. But you had asked... about the podcast, and you asked me a very important question, I think, before we started, to say, with the podcast, how have we been able to do what we've done? And my answer is that I was very intentional in starting the podcast. It's not something I thought of today and then tomorrow I said, let's bring the cameras, let's get together.
Let's shoot and record. How long did the preparation
process took me over a year, from idea to actually let's press record.
What were you doing during the year?
I was doing a lot of research, a lot of studying. I love studying. I love studying what I believe is relevant. I don't need to go to university and sit in a classroom to study. I studied. I have a coach. I have more than one. I have coaches in.
You have a coach for the podcast?
Yes, I do. I have a coach for the podcast, somebody who had a very successful podcast. And I said, okay, how do you do this? And I studied and I learned. And some of it, coaching is great because some of it at the time, it's a shortcut. It's the hack. It's a secret. If you want success, find somebody who's already done what you want to do. Ask them, okay, how can you teach me this? If you need to pay for it, pay for it. Because the numbers, you said it took you a year to get to the numbers that I've done in just 8 episodes. Because
now you're making it sound
not
so nice.
Yeah, it doesn't sound so great. But you know what? But I also
but it's
came
true.
back.
It's true. Look, I appreciate what you're doing. What's the intention behind it? And I love that you've got a coach and you got the hacks.
Yes, definitely.
I was more interested in the 1 year, what the 1 year looked like.
Okay, let me tell you what the 1 year looked like.
Coaching was one.
The coaching was one. The putting together what is my podcast about? Who am I speaking to? Now we have a framework now. I know exactly who I'm talking to. I know even for my descriptions, I use AI to help me with some of this. What's the system behind the podcast? Getting guests. What are we going to be talking about? What subjects are we going to be talking about? And I started in the one that I knew the best. I started with network marketing. And so my podcast called Rise of the Modern Moguls, it was just about it's vast. It's not just about network marketing. That's where we started. But it's about showing people that, in this modern age, becoming successful, there are different ways to do it. It's no longer the textbook way. There's so many avenues that you can use, and we want to show people the possibilities. And I felt the easiest way to start is through network marketing, because the barriers of entry are low. Yes, I know our industry has got a lot of misconceptions. It's got a lot of it's like any industry, there are good actors and bad actors. And so I wanted to bring to the fore the right information so that people can make informed decisions. I'm not trying to create disciples from the podcast that, everybody's raving mad about network marketing. No, it's not for everyone. But for those who do want to consider it, these are the facts. This is how. Firstly, what differentiates network marketing from Ponzi schemes? Because that's a fact. Like, let's address it. We're not there to hide behind. No, we address the things that are good, and we also address the things that are bad in the industry. And we try and, educate people so that they don't make the mistakes that we have made. Some of the mistakes I've made myself. That's how I learned. But now I can use that experience to help the next person.
That's beautiful. You know why I called you?
Why did you? I'd love to know. Please share. Please share.
There's a podcast that I shared and you were on it, and you said one of the intentions behind the podcast, I think you used the words spreading hope. So you're spreading hope. You're telling that person sitting at home that there is a way for you to generate some money and you could start, and the barrier of entry is not as high. I was listening to that, and I think the week before I had also just put out a random post, I think on Facebook or something, saying the reason I love my job so much is every now and then I'm not training in Sandton or in the Cape Town. I get to go deep in the rural areas sometimes and do coaching programs there. And the feedback from the people there is, we never thought you people would come to us.
Exactly.
And I said, I love it so much because I know when I leave out of that place, that I'm spreading hope.
Yes.
And then a week later, I see you saying, we're spreading hope.
We're definitely spreading hope. So the message resonates. Yes.
It resonated so high. I said, guys, get her now.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. They got me.
They were quite efficient.
Yes, they did it. And I'm happy that they did. And I'm happy to be here. And I think in terms of spreading hope, when I have so many amazing guests that have already been, and so many more who are coming, who are sharing their stories. And every story, when I come out of that conversation, I'm like, I'm honored, number one, that I get to be a part of it, and that I get to be a part of an industry that has changed somebody's life so drastically, and from all different, from different backgrounds. Some people are from a corporate background, other people who said, you know what, I had a lady on the other day, she used to clean toilets at a garage. Her episode is coming out she used to clean toilets in a garage, but
How
her
far
mindset,
is she gone now?
She's gone. She's gone. Can't catch her. But what I loved is that there's a thread that runs through most of the episodes, and I think it's the same here, where you realize that most successful people, it's the mindset.
It is.
It's a mindset. It's exposure and mindset. When you're exposed to more, like you say, you go to the rural areas, and people are like, we never thought that you would come to us, and you show them that no, there's more out there. I'm just a representation of what you can do and what you can achieve. And so people need to be exposed to that. And social media is a great way to expose people who are looking to say, hey, there's more. So this lady was sharing that she, working at the garage, she used to see people coming in, young people driving these fancy cars, these big cars, exposure. And she would be like, listen, one day that's going to be me. Yes, I'm here right now. It's not the best situation, but one day that's going to be me. And today her life is completely changed through network marketing. She is, I'm sure, close to a 6-figure monthly earner.
Whoa.
From cleaning toilets. I've had the people who say, I've got my degree, I've got my this. She then went back to school, and, she got her, I think she was in somatology. So she did that, but network marketing has given her freedom.
Going back to school because you can now.
Yes. And she did that before network marketing, because from the garage, she became a waitress, she got tips. And so that was a path that she took. But network marketing has given her freedom that she otherwise didn't get before. So it's an amazing industry. And hope is definitely what we're sharing. But that hope comes with a lot of action and a lot of commitment. We also don't want to sell dreams and make people think tomorrow you come in and, you're going to be sitting pretty. No, discipline, it's hard times, it's consistency, and that's what it takes to get there. So yeah,
that's what scares people. All right, so when I think of network marketing, and I'm going to take a view of someone who's quite cynical,
yes, and it's an important view to take. I appreciate
that's the
both
majority.
sides of the coin. Yes.
One, I see a lot of the big players that collapsed, and I get some people lost money through those.
Okay, give me an example of one of those people. You don't have to give me a name, but can I assume that those were investment programs?
They most were. That's the trick. You shouldn't be in
I'll
network
answer.
marketing
I'll answer.
where money is involved.
Okay, so
All right,
answer
so-
that one. So that was the first one. So do you want me to answer it and then we go to
No,
the
you
next
could
one?
answer. Look, I want to look at a few that would have collapsed or that are not performing, that were performing before. My question was more on it benefits those that come in early, and if I'm coming in late, I probably won't benefit anything.
Very true. Very true.
And the fear becomes, I don't want to get started with network marketing because I'm probably coming in late each time, and because of that, I'm not going to benefit anything.
Yes,
So that's where the question is. That was the context for where it's coming from.
Okay,
but
excellent.
I think you can answer it from there, because
Okay.
I want someone who should be looking at it as an opportunity to start taking it seriously.
Yes.
But we want to get rid of the fear.
Okay.
But that is a big fear.
All right. And it's and that fear, it's not a fear that just comes from nowhere. It's a fear from what they've seen, what has happened in the industry, and everything that you've said is a fact.
Yeah.
So maybe let me answer it this way. I've got two answers for somebody sitting at home. Number one, network marketing is a business. As an industry, businesses come on board, and like any industry, not every business that starts makes it to the end. So an example would be in the food industry. People will start restaurants. There are businesses now that are no longer there. There's a company, we just made an example now of Blockbuster. They were big, you knew Friday night is movie night. You go get your DVDs, you go, you better return them on Sunday, otherwise. So that's a business that started, was successful, but it's not here anymore because of the way things have changed. So yes, there are some network marketing companies that were legitimate network marketing companies that were doing well. And over the years, things happened and those companies are no longer here today. That is not something that is exclusive to network marketing. That's just a phenomenon that happens in business, period. Where companies start, but over the years, things happen and those companies go under. So that's
take.
number one, legitimate companies. So if I went to Blockbuster, I knew what I was getting. I wasn't just throwing my money in a pot and not sure what was going to happen.
True.
Number two, for the companies that go under with people's money, and unfortunately, this is the majority of them, where people come on board and then a Lebo will stand there and say, hey guys, come on board. You're going to make all this money.
There's money to be made here.
There's money to be made here. And then number one, my question would be, what's the product that my money is getting me? So I'm putting money, fine. You're telling me Lebo bring 10,000 Rand. I'm making an example. What do I get for my 10,000 Rand? Because in network marketing, there should be a product or a service that I am receiving for the money that I'm putting down before the business opportunity.
Okay.
So if I have a digital business card, whether I refer people or not, I've not lost because I have my product that I can use. If it's a company that sells me perfume and lotions and bags and earrings, if I've bought my earrings, whether or not I refer the next person to buy earrings, I have my earrings. Even if I pantry load and I buy stock for 3 months, I have my stock. I know where my money went. So unfortunately, in our industry, a lot of times people get involved in investment opportunities. That's just basically what it's called. Sometimes they call it, ROI, return on your investment. Basically, those are just high yield investment programs, which number one, in most jurisdictions are illegal. Because people will be like, it's basically using Coach Dando's money to pay Lebo. And that's why the people who come in first are the ones who make the money, because we brought these numbers. So their money is going to come to who? To us, because we came first. That's why now people say it's a pyramid, because the person at the top makes the money. It's a Ponzi scheme. It's a type of Ponzi scheme. I mean, you've seen Bernie Madoff, different. They come in different shapes and sizes. They're not just in
he
network.
looked legit for decades.
He looked legit. That's what I'm saying. They come in different shapes and sizes, not just in network marketing. But the investors there, where was their money going? What was it doing? Because you can invest legitimately also. Let's also put that out there to say not all investments are illegal Ponzi schemes. Don't run away from being an investor, but be an educated investor. What am I investing in? If I'm investing in stocks, you don't just buy a stock. You research the stock. Who's the board? What do the numbers say? Let's look at the books. I'm not just going to throw my money in a stock I don't understand. So why would we do the same in network marketing when we are given an opportunity to invest? And unfortunately, I had this conversation with someone the other day, and I said, unfortunately, even if the investment does pay out the returns, because let's say I'm in crypto, so I know that you can make some good returns in crypto, but legally, even if I can double my money through cryptocurrency, which I can, it's illegal for me to come to you and offer you those profits. Even if I do them, even if I can give you your 100%, and you say, wow, Lebo, I got it. Let me go tell Joshua that side to say, hey, let's go. I doubled my money. You can also double your money. I might not be out to scam you, but legally, I'm not allowed to do that.
Because I'm not a financial advisor.
Yes, you are not never mind financial. You are financial advisor is one thing. You don't have the license to receive money, a banking license, number one. True. Because if I'm going to receive money for the purpose of investing, I have to have the right certifications. I need to have a banking license, because now I'm taking deposits. For your money is a deposit. Now, am I authorized to take deposits? I'm not. I might be giving you, I'm not scamming you. You got your 100%. But the law can come back and say, Lebo, we are shutting all of this down because you're not doing it the right way. So that's also sometimes what happens.
A lot of influencers have been doing that.
You see now, they've been saying, come guys, come. And then what happens? Now they're in hot water. The company is now shut down. So we need to be educated. We need to know what's happening. It's not enough to know that, but Lebo bought Bitcoin. She showed us. We saw almost that the transaction. Yes, Lebo did. But what does the FSCA say about that? What do the South African laws say about that? In other countries, maybe it's different. Like Dubai's money laws are very different to True. South African money laws. So what we do, what they do are not the same. But here where we are, because that's what counts. That's what the law is looking at. They're not going to look at, okay, but here where you are, what's happening? Are you authorized, certified to do what you're doing? And so many companies go under, many people lose money, many people overextend themselves when they invest, because they invest more than they can afford to lose. Mm-hmm. So instead of investing 10,000 Rand, which I can afford to lose, I'm going to go and bet the farm now. I'm going to say, you see this house? I'm going to get that access bond, because now it's costing me. But here, quick, I can pay this house. I can buy a car. Now that hope is now hope that's abused. We are abusing that hope now.
All right. So, Lebo, if I'm now looking at your 1 year prep for a podcast. Mm-hmm. You're that much of a planner and perfectionist. If I say there's a new network marketing opportunity today, and like I told you about the opportunity, mm-hmm. what does your step 1, step 2 research look like from today?
All right. So I interviewed a guest last week, Mr. Wandi Goliath. He has a book. And in that book, he talks about a 14-point checklist on how to know if this company is the one that I should be involved in. Number one,
nice.
His is 14. Okay, I'm not that long. Mine is shorter, simply because I just want a person to be able to make a quick decision. Like the others come once you've made these decisions. Number one, I'll ask myself, okay, what's required from me to get started? How much money will I need to invest? How much time? Money, number one, if you're saying to me, okay, Lebo, it's a product, digital product. It costs X. And remember, in network marketing, you can have low entry-level products. You can also have high-level products. There's nothing wrong with a company that comes with a very premium price product. There's nothing wrong with that, because there's premium price in the normal business world anyway. So network marketing mirrors that. You have entry-level products and you have premium. So that's all there. But I would look at, number one, when I get involved, this money, what is it for? can I benefit even if I'm not doing the business opportunity? Number one, because I need to have it. I have to benefit. It's not just about making money. There has to be value in the
value
business.
in using the product and value in building the team so that there's passive income.
Yes, so those are two separate values. So the value mustn't only be if I bring the next person. Because then what are we doing nicely? Now we are just playing money games. If the value is only in me bringing the next person, I can come in because I want to make the money. So for example, digital business card, I have multiple that I use. Some are from the company that I'm with. Others are where I don't even make any affiliate commissions or anything, but I like what they do. I like how they work, and I'm a digital entrepreneur. So it makes sense for me where I say, okay, this one works better for this one works better for that. I use all of them. But I can also make money with the one that I use, and I use it, and it fares very well with all the others. Can I put it in its product class and it can compete? It mustn't now say to me, come in, the product costs, the coaching is going to cost 1,000 Rand, but when I put the coaching in the market, it's not worth 50 Rand. You can't do that in business. You can't do it in coaching. You shouldn't do it in network marketing. So is the product competitive? Is it a product of value? Number two, the compensation plan. How is it designed? Is it is it just money floating around where there's actually no product? We're just getting paid because you brought the next person. Let's look at that also, because that's not how it should be. But we definitely want to get paid for bringing the next person. I'm not going to talk for free. I'm not going to refer. And when we do it all the time, we refer, but we don't get paid. But now we want to get paid for what we do, but you want to do it in a way that is ethical, a way that is long lasting. I want to talk about a product once, but get paid for it over and over again, building passive income versus active income. Okay. So those are the two main things I would look at: the product and its value, and then also look at
how you get
paid. Those two things will then tell me, is this an opportunity that I can look at further? Now I can go into the 14th step. Who's the company? How long have they been around? What's the longevity of the company? Because that also matters. Yes, because that also matters. But there's also new companies that start today. And I'm a risk taker. Now I don't have a problem with a company that starts, like a company that doesn't have a 10-year record. I don't care. Like, we are moving forward. So I'm willing to get involved in a company that's starting, understanding also that there's going to be more challenges there than a company that has gone through their teething problems. But it's fine. I'm mature enough in my journey that I can, work with that.
With that approach, have you lost money? Because I'm sure there's one that probably got you along the way.
I can sit here and talk about investment programs because I have been involved. I'm not coming saying I'm a saint. I never got it wrong. I got it wrong and I lost money. And I learned from that. I'd invited other people also and said, hey, let's go. So it's not like I'm sitting here saying, nah, I'd done my research. And I know that
what
it
kind,
wasn't
like Triple M?
No, I never did Triple M. I knew they Triple M. They give I give you money, you give the next person what they were. Triple M is the Ponzi. Let's just call it what it was, guys. It was obvious Ponzi.
Not too many.
Yes, not too many. But for me, I knew. So this one that I got involved in, to me, outside looking in, it took me months to get started. Because I was researching, I was making sure I was dotting the I's and crossing my T's. But even then, things went south. Because in our case, the business wasn't a scam. But how we were doing it did not, in terms of, the FSCA and all of that, it did not comply. So they could not continue because they didn't have the right licensing and all of this. The way they had put it together was genius. But it just did not comply. And so it couldn't operate. And there were other things that came along. And so, yes, we did lose some money there.
Along with money for the people that you invited.
Correct. And one thing, and that's also a very important thing, is that when you share the message, I remember even then, I've always had this outlook, never invest more than you can afford to lose. So one thing that I don't know if I should say, happy about is that my team, everyone who came through me, I had shared the same message to say, we are coming in, but please, anything can go wrong anyway. In business, don't overextend yourself, especially because you are not in complete control here. Once you shift the control to someone else, anything can happen in anything. Even in crypto, we say not your keys, not your coins. If you don't have the keys to your wallet, those coins are not in your own possession. You can't bank on them. Yes, they can be on a what's this, on an exchange, like these big exchanges that we have, your Binance, your Luna, all of that. But if you don't own the keys to your coins, anything can happen. These big exchanges, they've been hacked before, and people lost money, even though it was a safe way of doing it. It was a good platform, but you need to always have that in your back of your mind as a business person, that the more control I give to the next person, the less security I have. So even then, we had the same approach. Don't put down more than you can afford to lose. But when you tell somebody and they're seeing the profit come in, when they're alone,
they test the profits,
they go and
something
they sell
happens.
the car. They sell the car. They're like, I'll see this car in 3 months. I'm going to double my money. And so that was an unfortunate experience, but it's an experience that has taught me. And so today, trust me, I will not make that same mistake. And I hope that those who are with me have learned also that let's not make those mistakes, guys. And that's why
nice.
We need to be honest and open, even on platforms like these, to say, we learned, we've got the scars. You don't need to get them also.
True.
You don't need to be
I
as
do
scarred
share
as,
a couple of them. I want to go back to 22-year-old, 24-year-old. You're making the first million.
Correct.
And was it through network marketing?
Okay.
One. And if I'm starting today, let's say randomly $100, about 2,000 rands.
Yes.
How fast can I start making money in network marketing? Is it going to be a 1-year journey, 6 months journey? What am I looking at? Okay. If I work as hard as you advise, like I tick all the boxes in terms of execution, what am I looking at?
Okay. Answer to the first question, 24-year-old Lebo, was it network marketing? Yes, it was. That was an overseas-based company that I got started with from the ground up. So that's why I say I'm not afraid of risk. I got started from the ground up, and I was fortunate that I was able to be a part of the founding stages of it. So I was able to actually get some equity from the company. That's why
that's nice.
Yeah, so I was able to negotiate
at 24.
So I was able to negotiate some equity because they understood the value that I brought, and then I was able to, because it wasn't just the network side that I was bringing. I was able to assist in putting together product and putting together compensation plan and, helping consulting there. So I got some equity in the
24 level.
Yes, at 24. So I got some equity in the company. It was an online based company. So we had a portal that you could buy a membership to the portal. And this is before the days of your booking.com and all of that, where now an online portal is a normal thing.
Yeah.
It's not a novelty. So then it was still new. So people were willing to pay subscriptions to get portals, to get hotel discounts, travel discounts, all of that. And it cost $100. Funny you say $100. It cost $100 to get started. And so the platform was built, and then we hit the ground running. I remember we had our first meeting with 9 people in a boardroom at a hotel in Midrand. And I shared the vision. Like I said, I don't like product sales, but I love sharing vision and idea. Got everybody on board. We started working, traveling the country and Africa, sharing the message, showing people how they could earn. And we started earning, and people started earning. People were, 5-6 figure earners, and then we're earning in dollars. So it was nice because while you're here, if you're making, $500, that's like 10,000 Rand. Back then, the Rand was $1 would give you 10 Rand. So we knew $500 is 5,000 Rand. We were earning weekly. So it was a great time. So over an 24 month period, made millions from that opportunity, and it was great. But because of evolution of technology, we didn't keep up. Now the booking.com comes. You can't charge people $100 when they can go in for free. You see how businesses change, and there's an evolution. Now you have to find, how do I monetize a free platform? Is it going to be advertising? Is it going to be... So it was just more than what I signed up for. And I was like, guys, thank you. No one lost money here, because here, if your $100 got you your subscription. Whether you referred the next person or not, if you wanted a hotel discount, you would get 40-60% discounts. I know, because I was using it. I would travel and I would book here and book there, and I'd see the difference. So literally, when I talk to people, I'd show them, go online, try and book direct, and then in the same breath, go
Book
here
with the platform.
and book. And they would see the difference. And so it would be a no-brainer. They'd be like, of course, I can see the benefit here. And so that's how we grew the platform. And so I made, that's where my millionaire, that's when I was like, okay, no, this is a standard now, millions. But like I said, even on that previous podcast, life happens, the business changed, you're not making as much money as you were used to, lifestyle has now improved. Then I was able to sit for a few years and not be in business, not do all of that. But over time, you're like, the money is drying out. This little tank I had, I can see it's getting orange now. I can see the tank is orange, so I need to fill up. And so, that's when I was like, I'm going to come out of retirement. I'd had my son then, so I was really just a present at-home mom. And raising my son, living the life, traveling if we wanted to. But then I decided, no, it's time to get back to business. And so, then, you invest in things that you know nothing about. You lose money. You get people to invest. They also lose money. Hey, it was just a mess. But it happened, and we grew, we moved, and here we are now. And I think a good thing for me, one of the things that I got from a period of where I was really, my tank was really now, and your car's telling you, listen, I might not even make it to the next garage. You need to do something about the situation. And I really got an appreciation, because before that, I think I didn't really appreciate that one can, you're trying this, you're trying that, and it doesn't come together, which unfortunately as entrepreneurs we go through. You go through the lean times where you are working, but you are not getting the return on that work, or things are not moving as fast as you want them to move, or the income is not coming now. And then what that does is you get frazzled. Now you think, okay, what I'm doing doesn't work. Let me try something else. And when you're starting something, you have to start from scratch. Whereas you had just stuck where you were, you would have taken, you would have gotten there faster than now. So that was the journey. So I've had my ups and downs.
You've been a go-getter for a while, ne?
Yeah, I think so. I would say so. I would agree.
Out of curiosity, I know they will answer the second question. I haven't forgotten about that. Out of curiosity, though, how were you in high school?
Okay, in high school, I did well in school. I did well, especially in the subjects that I liked. If I had I think teachers also make a big difference, I remember I changed schools from one school to another, and my marks, I remember it was biology, I became an A student, and I loved it, because I think my teacher was so I think many times it's not about capacity, it's just about exposure, how we are shown things, how we receive it. So I enjoyed school. I enjoy learning. I enjoy doing all of that. I enjoy teaching. I remember when I was in grade 10, and I just changed schools, and my marks, term 1 was like, just normal. I was still getting into the school. Term 2, my marks shot up. I was like in the top whatever. I remember one of my teachers called me and said, Lebo, what did you do? Because your marks have gone from this to that. And I said, you know what? Every day when I get home, my mom has a whiteboard in her office. Like, I'd go to my mom's office before we go home. I would sit there on that whiteboard and I would teach the subject every single day. And so I think that's where my love for teaching also, because I love to share and teach and show people.
So you realized you can teach.
Yes, and I taught myself and I got A's. So that was part of it.
All right,
so,
let's answer the
so
other
let's
question.
answer the second question. A person who has $100 and they want to get started in network marketing, how can they get started, and how long can it take them? In network marketing, $100 is more than enough to get you started. Because remember, we're also talking about where you are. There are some people who are starting higher, and they can also start at those positions. But starting with $100, especially now, you can get started with physical products. If you're somebody who says, Lebo, digital maybe is not for me. I want to see and touch and hold. Where did my money go? There are definitely opportunities where you can get started. You can purchase the company's products. You can get it at a discount. If you want to resell, there's also the opportunity to do that. So with $100, I believe you could definitely get a good amount for those who want to sell stock. You can resell, maybe you can get maybe a 50, maybe even 100% commission or profit on that initial $100. If you are not sales inclined, but you want to build a team, you want to build a business, you can get started. There's There's so many companies, great companies. Obviously, I talk about the one that I'm involved in, but I want to let people know that there's so many. And that's why on our podcast...
How do we find them?
That's where I'm getting to. So on the podcast, I have guests who come from all different industries within network marketing, from physical products, cosmetics, digital, subscription, all of that. And so I've really just created a hub of information. From that information, you can then see some people. I remember last week someone commented and said, yeah, you see now this one speaks to me. This I can do because I don't have to be selling products and doing all of this. Whereas other times I've had people sell products. But we're now creating a community of network marketers, not people from company X and company Y, but people from an industry. And there you can ask questions. You can find your community within our community. So in the example of the business that I'm in, you can get started for $10 a month. Get your digital. Yeah, it's just $10. $10, and it gives me good income on a monthly basis. In dollars, it's thousands of dollars on a monthly basis from a $10 product.
Okay.
Today is what? Today is we got paid. We got paid. I haven't even checked. We got paid. So I have a few $1,000s sitting in my offshore account, which I'll be withdrawing into my SA account on Monday because I have to work within the banking hours. I could withdraw it into crypto.
I guess you've recruited me now. If we're taking $10, $1,000 coming through, I am in.
Exactly. Because making $1,000 online is simpler than people think. People think it's hard to make $1,000. You don't need to be running around selling products. If you want to, great, enjoy it. There's lots of money to be made. But you asked, how long can it take me if I follow the steps and the formula and what you've set out? I would say give yourself, realistically now, 6 months to a year to be making an income of at least, $3,000 and above. Monthly.
I thought you were going to say 1,000.
No. $1,000 you can do within your first 3 to 6 months. Definitely you can do that. But if you
how educated do I have to be to pull this off?
0. Come as you are. Come as you are, because we're gonna show you how it's done. And trust me, the things you're already doing them. If you're on social media, it's worse. If you're on social media and you're not making money and you're doom scrolling and you're posting, Aibo, you must make money. You must make money online. And how do you make money? Social media has changed from being social to being interest media. So what I see is based on what I'm interested in. It's no longer on who's my neighbor, who's my friend, who's this. I follow what I'm interested in. So what does the algorithm do? They feed me more of that because they want to keep me on the platform. The longer I'm on the platform, the happier they are. And what's going to keep me there? Showing me things that I want to see. Don't show me what I don't want to see. If I don't want to see it, it's not going to work. So social media is there as interest media. People say, but how do I, because a lot of people will ask in network marketing, how can I get people? How can I get people to buy in and join my team? Your friends and family are not going to be the people who join your team. It's going to be the people who are looking for what you're looking for. So the question is, what made you say yes? What are the pain points that this opportunity spoke to you about? Is it I'm looking to make extra income because my job doesn't pay me enough? That's enough. That pain point alone, start creating content around that pain point. People who have the same pain point are going to say, hey, this is a challenge for me. How are you addressing it? That's when you then give them the solution. And the solution will be the network marketing. So we're going to show you how you can build a team using social media. There is work to be done. You're not going to come on board and sit and think you're going to make money. No, you have to do the work, but you can work smarter. I have somebody in my team. She has a YouTube channel. Shout out Karabo. She has a YouTube channel and she does budgeting tips and all of these things.
Yeah.
And so she created one video about if you're looking to make extra income, short video that she shot on her phone. She put it up on YouTube. She wasn't sure. She was like, oh, Lebo, what do I do? I said, put it up. Let's see. One video. It's generating leads for her on a daily basis. One video that she shot on her phone. Now we can put some ads behind that video. I could have got $100 budget. You're balling.
Yeah.
So we can put some ads behind that video. It's for people who say, but I don't want to create content all the time. Like I've got work. I've got kids. I'm busy. I'm not going to be on TikTok all day, TikToking. It's okay. Create 1 or 2 pieces of content. If you've got a budget, you could put some ads behind them. Obviously, if you've seen that they convert.
Who teaches me how to do the ads? Am I stuck on YouTube, learning on YouTube, or you guys do teach that
We've got
too?
a community, so it's so nice because I know nothing about creating ads. So I'm not going to be the one that's going to show you how to create ads. But within our community, we have people who have different skill sets. And so for those people say, okay, for those who want to do it this way, speak to person X. They'll show you around how to get it done. And because they're in the community, we run trainings. So for example, I'll run weekly trainings for my team on Zoom. And this week I'll train on this. And then next week I'll bring on a coach who specializes in a specific thing. Like I've got a coach who's coming in a few weeks. He specializes in how to prospect online, how to get leads online. He's going to train my team for me and show them the how-tos, because I don't know everything. But I get the people who know, they come on board and they train us and we move.
So how do I get in? Am I paying to be in the community, or how does it start?
My community is a free community. As long as you are within my team in the business is going to pay me for you being involved. They're going to pay me more if you're successful, because as you duplicate and as you do more, so it's worth me investing my time and some of my resources to make sure that my team is successful. Because when they're successful, I'm going to be more successful. The company is going to pay me more because our team is growing. So I'm paid to grow my community. So that's why joining my team, my company that I'm in's community, it's completely free. But for people who want me now to do coaching and mentoring outside of that, who say, Lebo, I already have my company that I'm with and I've got a team, that's a different conversation.
Can I join you if I'm in Namibia, Kenya,
anywhere in the world? I've got a team in Nigeria. I've got a team in Kenya. I've got a team in the UK. I'm building a team now in Namibia. I've got Botswana, Lesotho. Listen, we are worldwide. And that's the nice thing about also working with a digital company, because now I don't have to deliver stuff to Kenya. Imagine if somebody bought the products and I'm here. Now I have to ship. Now I'm worried, is it going to make it? What if it's damaged? There's things that I don't have to worry about. Product fulfillment is instant with a digital product. If a person buys it now, they have access to their digital card right now. The company itself does training on how to build the cards, etc. They have 2 meetings a week. So I don't even have to be worried about that aspect. So I love it because it's global. I get to build a global business while I'm in South Africa and earn in dollars every single month and show other people how to do it. And the more people I show, the more money I make. So making $1,000 online is simpler than you think.
Hey, winner.
Much simpler than you think.
If I joined today, will I get skills that I can use in other businesses?
I believe so. And I believe that you getting those skills is up to you. I don't have a classroom format where we say we're going to teach you X and Y and Z, and at the end of this 12 weeks, these are the skills that you will have. We don't have a format like that. But being involved, I believe that there are skills that you're going to learn, because I'm bringing in different coaches. I'm also training. You're going to learn how to monetize your social media, not through ad revenue, but through how what I post can actually generate leads for me, and those leads can become customers, and I'll be able to build an income through that. So there's definitely skills, soft skills, some hard skills, because maybe, if you want to build out that card, you can actually resell the digital business card. I have somebody who has resold the card to companies who say, we don't want the network, but this card thing of yours, we see something there. And they've helped companies build out cards, and they're charging them top dollar for that. And all came through here. And the company does the trainings showing you how to build. You can build out a digital business card to almost be like a website without having to deal with domain and hosting and all of that. But that's not my strong point. But I have people in my team who've done that.
You came here for network marketing. Now I feel like you're hooking me up. We should 2026.
2026 is a big one. We're intentional.
I have an extra little 3K coming from Lebo.
Just the small one.
Yeah.
I got you. We're going to make it happen. You heard it here. We're going to make it happen. And I think it's bigger than just have it happening here, but it's about empowering the next person, because, the more you do, the more you're exposed to and the more opportunities you have. But there's somebody who's sitting there who says, I am not exposed to much. Where do I start? This small online business could be the start of you discovering yourself, even maybe in terms of other things online, creating a community, becoming a coach for other things. And you now not only just have the money, but you also have the time. You're having the skills. You have people around you. You become that person in your niche, and you own it, and you build in it. You could be a fitness coach, and you're targeting just fitness coaches. How to build a digital business card. On that card, you can show before and afters of all your clients. This is what they started like. This is what they are now. Book a session with me. Here's a link. They click there. They book. They pay. For coaches, I've just given a fitness coach a full business with a digital business card that will cost them $10. Now, do you see how that person has value even before they've referred more people?
You are spreading hope.
That's what we do. That's what we do. That's what we do, coach.
I actually thought we would get into a bit of crypto, but I guess that's going to be another episode.
We're going to have to do it on another episode. And yeah, there's so many opportunities online. There's so much that one can do. People just need to be open-minded, not be afraid, get rid of the fear, period. Whether it's in network marketing or any industry, somebody's scared. I'm scared. Being scared doesn't get you where you want to go to. Doesn't pay the bills. Doesn't give you the life you deserve. We deserve more than just getting by. We deserve to thrive, and fear is not going to get you to a point where you're thriving. So.
Cool. Let me call you for a challenge. Let's do one for 2026.
Okay.
How to make the most money you've ever made
online.
Make 2026 the year you make the most money you've ever made online.
Deal.
I
That's
like gonna open January.
Yes.
You got me excited. The idea popped up. So.
Let's do it, and we'll come back. We're accountable now. We have to bring receipts and say, what did we do? We have to be really serious about what we do. But I think anything you put your mind to, it starts in the mind, but then it can then manifest and be real. So now we've created it, so that means it's done. Now it's just the steps for us.
At least I didn't bury the idea.
You see?
Came and I put it out.
You put it out there.
And you
said
the universe
yes immediately.
Says
yes. Let's go.
I appreciate you so much.
Thank you so much. I appreciate this. I've enjoyed it as much as I thought I would. I knew I would. And it really
I knew I was going to have a good time.
Didn't disappoint. Thank you so much.
When you said you're spreading hope, I said, that's my person.
That's Now you're stuck with me.
Now it looks like
it looks like it just stuck with me. Yeah.
We have an event on the 22nd. I'll invite you as well.
I would love to come. I'd love to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for hanging with us till this time. I know this will change someone's life, and 2026 will be the year someone transforms, someone starts over, someone makes more money. That journey starts now, and I wish you all the best. Thank you to Lebo again for all the value that she's shared.
Thank you.
I appreciate you so much.
I appreciate you too.
Thank you so much.